Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, and welcome to The Mix. I am Caleb Graham. It is Tuesday, September 8th, 2015. Thank you so much for watching. Go on over to Twitter right now before we get into this and follow me at Caleb Graham and tweet me during the show. I would really appreciate it. You can use my name at Caleb Graham, which is there at the bottom of the screen, or hashtag The Mix, and I will see it during the show if you tweet. If not, if you're watching this later, watching it back, you can still tweet me and I will tweet you back and we'll have a conversation. I always love talking, so especially on social media. Happy day after Labor Day also, forgot to say that. For Labor Day, I was working all day. I worked for, I think, 12 hours yesterday. So I didn't really get much of a break, but I got good money because you get holiday pay for that. So I was super excited about that. And yeah, that's basically how I spent my day yesterday, was just working, and then came home and rested, and it was a good day though. I enjoyed my day. And then today is a big day for me because school starts back for me. I'm taking 2 online classes this semester, both journalism classes. So I'm super excited about that. I definitely will be talking about that a lot on the podcasts and the show because I'm going to be learning a lot, and I'm really excited to share with you everything that I get to learn while I'm in classes, so be on the lookout for that. It's a hot day here in Orlando, but it was an even hotter day on ABC because today was season 19 debut of The View, and I was watching. I got up this morning early so that I could watch the ladies as they appeared on Good Morning America. They talked about what was going to be coming up on the show. It was Raven, Michelle Collins, Paula Ferris, and Candace Cameron Bure, and all 4 of them were there. They actually joked about Whoopi and Joy not being there because they said they got to sleep in, which was not fair, but it was really fun. If you don't know, season 19, they've added 3 new co-hosts. In addition to Whoopi, Raven, and Michelle, Joy Behar is back. Yes, 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 love her. Candace Cameron Bure, who is also going to be starring on the new Netflix series Fuller House, and Good Morning America weekend anchor Paula Ferris. All 3 of them joined the show for season 19. And they had the appearance this morning at Good Morning America. There were a lot of really fun promos that they did over the past couple of weeks getting ready for the show, and that was exciting, kind of give you a little sneak peek at what was going to be happening. And then today was the big day. They were all there, and the show started. I got up, I got ready, I took a shower, I did my hair, I was ready. I even got my mug out, my View mug, which, by the way, I really hope that they make new ones with the new logo on it, because this is the logo from before Barbara left. So I would really love to have a new one, but that's not up to me. Anyway, I was excited when the show started. The opening was great. It was the first time, I think, in the show's history that they have used a woman as the announcer over the opening credits. So that was really nice. They've made it completely all women, all vagina, all over the show. But I was confused when they first came out because Candace didn't come out with them. Candace Cameron Bure, she didn't come out with the first group for Hot Topics. And but the set looks great. The new set, it's the same set, but they've changed it a little bit. They've added some things, some flair to it, which is fun. The new table, I like that. It's a throwback to the season 10 table. That's how much I know about this show. Season 10 table, which was also refashioned on the set in season 16, I think, 15 or 16, with that same table, kind of like that. But I like it. It looks great. You can't really see the name, The View, on the front, but that's okay. And they all Michelle Collins finally got her own seat. She doesn't have to sit on that stool anymore. I notice things like that because, It's my dream job, so I pay attention. The only thing that was weird about the new look was the lighting. They weren't very well lit, it didn't seem. It seemed like they kind of were in the dark a little bit. I can't really talk about lighting because my lighting is terrible. All it is the chandelier above my dining room table and then the light of day. But I'm an amateur, so. But on this show, they weren't very well lit for this first day. But besides that, I loved everything. They talked about what they had all done over the summer. It seemed very natural. It didn't seem like last season where it was like, we're back with a brand new show and it's completely different. They didn't do that, which I kind of appreciated. It was kind of just like, hey, we're back, you know? And I think it was a little bit easier to do that because everybody who's there has been there before. So it wasn't like last season with Nicole Wallace and Rosie Perez had not been on the show very often before they came on, and they were pretty new to that format and to that kind of television. So it was a little awkward at first. I will say, and I've said this a lot, I miss Nicole Wallace. I missed her today. I fell in love with her while she was on the show last year. I feel like as a co-host and as a personality, she grew a lot on the show over the year that she was there. But you know, I don't make the rules, and I'm not at ABC, so we miss her, but we move on. I liked it. It was fun, and then they went straight into hot topics, and they kind of brought up the hottest topic, one of the hottest topics in the news and on Twitter, on social media right now, which is Kim Davis. And I actually just got a notification from the radio station here in Orlando, News 96.5, that says, breaking news, Kentucky County Clerk Kim Davis has been released from jail after 6 days. That's been a big thing in the news the past few days, or for the past few weeks, because she was denying marriage licenses to same-sex couples, which, you know, in the past would have been okay because it was illegal, but now it's legal. So she kind of had to do it. You know, there's the whole topic, and this was the first hot topic on The View, so that's why I'm bringing it up. There's that whole topic of, because it's against her religious beliefs, should that matter? It's a weird line. And my thing is separation of church and state. That's where the issue, I think, is with this, is there's supposed to be a distinction there, and she's trying to say that there isn't. And it's making it seem like it's a religious persecution, but I don't think that it is. I think that, you know, if that's what her beliefs are, then that's fine. She should stand behind those beliefs. But as a public official, you have to do what the law says. And the law says now that same-sex couples can get married. So, you know, the federal judge found her in contempt of court and she went to jail. So I think, you know, if you're in a position like that and you don't want to adhere to those laws because of your religious beliefs and you're in a public position, then you quit. And I think that she was given that option. She either could quit or go to jail. It was something like that. Don't quote me on that because I'm not positive, but I heard something on the radio about that yesterday. But this got into a pretty heated argument on The View, which was fantastic. I was like, this is the way you start The View. This is The View, heated discussions, you know, passionate topics. It was really great. First of all, let me go back to one thing. The seating at the table was a lot different than what I expected. I was not expecting Joy to be in the middle. I was expecting her to be back in her old seat next to Whoopi, and for Michelle to be in the middle because she's the tallest. But I like what they did. I like that they put Joy in the middle. And I like that Paula went into Barbara's old chair as the journalist of the group. That was really neat. I liked that little throwback. I hope that was intentional, because if it was, I loved it. But anyway, so they got into this heated discussion about Kim Davis, and they were really into it. Like, they all were giving their points of view, and they had to go to commercial, but we threw to commercial. They came back to talk about it again, and the second time when they came back, it was really kind of awkward. I don't really know why, but it was a little awkward the second time around. Everybody kind of seemed uncomfortable with what they were talking about. And it could just be because they're all getting used to each other again, or getting used to being there together, who knows. But the first thing that I thought of after this discussion was over was, where is Candace? They have made this big hype about there being 6 co-hosts for the first time, and she didn't come out with the group at the first 2 hot topics. the discussion I was having with one friend is maybe it's because of her Netflix contract. She technically probably isn't supposed to even be there yet, but they were like, hey, you can have her today, and then she has to come back because she is shooting Fuller House out in LA. And she even said today, once she did finally appear, that she wouldn't be there very much until after November, which is wrap shooting. So we'll miss her, but we'll look forward to that because I know she's going to add a lot of very passionate opinions to the Hot Topics table, which will be really fun. She talked about her new show, Fuller House, which I'm so excited. I loved Full House. I watched it when I was a kid. I watched it on Netflix, and if it's on Netflix, I think it's on Netflix. I watched it on TV, the reruns, all the time. It's such a fun show. It's such a family show. It's a good show for kids to watch. It's a good show for families to watch together. I still think there's a lot of it that's very relevant. And it's back. They're taping now. She actually shared a selfie on the show of her with some of her co-stars, and she said that it's very funny. And it's going to be streaming on Netflix next year. So I think it seems like what they're doing is filming all 13 episodes at once, and then they will all immediately stream to Netflix, which is kind of the new frontier. Even talk shows are starting to be on Netflix. Chelsea Handler, I think, is doing a Netflix talk show. I'm up for that. If anybody wants to give me a call, I would do a Netflix talk show. Just so you know, just putting it out there. But that was great. They talked about that too, about Netflix and binge watching and things. And I personally do it a lot too. Especially when there's shows that aren't that many episodes, I prefer to watch them all at one time because it's kind of like, for me, a long movie. So if you have a day off and you don't have any plans, you can just sit at home and binge watch a TV show because it's perfect. And it's a perfect way to get the day through, and it's entertaining. And, you know, it's fun. Now, I wouldn't say do it all the time because that probably is not very healthy. I probably have gained weight because of doing that, which is why I usually am wearing dark colors on this show so that you can't see that I'm gaining weight. But anyway, we moved on. Elizabeth Warren was the first guest for today. And, oh, wait, sorry. Let me go back to this one other thing about Sarah Palin that they talked about in Hot Topics. So they were talking about this. She spoke the other day and was talking about energy, and she mentioned something about speaking American, and Whoopi said, it's English, okay? I agree. I'm all about people coming to the United States to better themselves. I feel like anybody who is in a bad situation and they recognize that it's a bad situation and that they need to get out of it is fantastic. And, you know, instead of just sitting there and doing nothing, these people are actually doing something to try to better their lives. And that's fantastic. It's amazing. That's what I'm trying to do right now personally. Sometimes it takes a while, but the discussion was, when you come to this country, should you be expected to speak the language? And I think you should, at least to an extent, because from someone who is an American, sometimes when people come to visit, especially since I work at a very large theme park where there are a lot of people that come from all over the world. You know, if you're coming for vacation, that's kind of a little different. But even still, sometimes it's very frustrating and difficult to try to communicate to someone who doesn't understand your language at all, or pretends not to. And I think if you're going to go into a situation, I know personally, if I were going somewhere, if I were going to France, or if I were going to Germany or wherever, that there is a place where they don't speak my language, English, regularly, I would at least learn some sort of conversational phrases and sentences so that I could communicate, because I don't want to be in an awkward situation or feel so out of place where everybody hates me because I don't speak the language. So I think that if you're going to go to any country, not just America, you know, if I was going to go to another country, I would learn some of that language. If you're going to come here, you should learn some of the language, just so that it's an easier transition for everyone. I think that it's very relevant. Anyway, back to talking about The View. After this, Elizabeth Warren was on to talk about some politics stuff, which I'm really excited that Joy is back because of this, because she loves to talk about politics. So, but set-wise, they got new couches and they look really nice. My one friend said, the producer in me wants to get rid of all those unnecessary accessories. I agree. There were a lot of extra things going on. I think it would have been okay with just the 2 couches and the table in between the 2 couches, not the extra coffee tables in the front. But I appreciated them. I appreciated kind of, again, throwback to the old view, like from the 90s when they used to sit on couches and sit in chairs and stuff to do their interviews. I really liked the look of it. It just kind of seemed like in that first one, Paula and Raven were kind of a little far away from Joey and Elizabeth, but they had a great discussion. And my favorite moment from that interview was from Paula Ferris. She is a journalist, and she proved that she is a journalist and that she was not backing down, because she asked Elizabeth Warren a question about why she thinks that Donald Trump is resonating so much, what he's doing to resonate so much with the American people. And she never answered it. And Paula asked her 3 times until she finally sort of gave a little bit of a vague answer. But I was like, you better go, girl. You better ask those questions and keep asking until you answer. That's one of the most frustrating things, it seems like, for journalists, is when people don't answer the questions that they're asked. So that was great. I was like, go, girl. You get that. Make her answer your question. Ask her till she answers. Then the next segment after that was Jason Sudeikis and Alison Brie, and it was such a fast interview. It was very rushed, as you could see. They ran really short on time. We'll get to more on that in a minute. But again, new chairs. Whoopi and Michelle were sitting in these chairs, and then they were on this couch, and it just looked really cool and looked very inviting and natural. That's one of the things that about today's show that I really liked, was it seemed very natural. Nothing really seemed forced. It all seemed you know, organic, which is nice. That's appreciated. I think that's what people want to see and what they like. So I enjoyed that. But it happened so fast. That whole interview happened so fast. I never even got to really talk about the movie Sleeping with Others, which is what the interview was for. Michelle even said, sorry, you gotta tell me in 10 seconds, and then we gotta go. And then she cut to it. She cut to commercial. And that was at about 11:55 or so, because I looked at the clock, because I was like, oh my gosh, the show's almost over already. And then they never came back and did a closing. The commercials went on for 5 minutes, and then the local news started at noon. So I was thinking, wait a minute, they're supposed to tell me to take a little time and enjoy the view. Where are they? So I don't really know. I guess they ran too long and they weren't able to do it. But overall, I was very, very, very happy with today. And it makes me really excited for what's to come on the show. I think Ana Navarro, who is one of the new contributors for the politics side, is going to be on Friday, and to talk about some of the election stuff. So that'll be exciting. I'm interested to see how the Friday live show goes, because that's something new this year, is live shows every day. I am off again tomorrow, so I will be watching, and I will be doing another show tomorrow. I don't know if it'll be live yet or not. I haven't really planned to do one tomorrow, but we'll see. But until then, hey, today was fun. Today was great. I've enjoyed talking about it. I like that The View always talks about things that are current and that are on people's minds in the world. So they just need a guy. They need a guy in there, okay? That's all I'm saying. They need some testosterone on that show, even if it's just one. Even if it's just one. It's just one guy. They need it. But if not, I'm going to make my own show, which would be great too. Anyway, until next time, go to all my social media and follow me. You can go to Twitter, Instagram, and Periscope and follow me at Caleb Graham. And that's there at the bottom of the screen at Caleb Graham. Then you can go over to Facebook and click the like button at facebook.com/Caleb Graham Official. Then I have a website, GIOTVonline.com. That's GIOTVonline.com. Then you can always watch everything that I ever post here on YouTube at youtube.com/GIOTVonline. Again, that's GIOTVonline. Thank you so much for watching. Go follow, comment, like, subscribe, all those wonderful things. And since they didn't say it today, I'll say, take a little time and enjoy the view. We'll see you later. Add something new to the mix. Bye.